First question you have to ask yourself is, why should you use a zone, or why do teams use zone defense? Now, my own history and indoctrination was playing for a college coach that thought zone was a dirty word, and so we played exclusively man-to-man, both in the high school and at the college level. As a result, when I'm out coaching now in the high school ranks, I started to see some interesting things as I became a coach rather than a player. One was that it appeared to me that most opponents, most opposing coaches, had better man-to-man offenses than they did zone offense. I happened to have played for a really good zone offensive coach, and I looked at some of the other zone offenses that my opponents were using, and I thought, oh, I wish I were using zone more. It might be more effective against those guys. I continue to think that to this day, that I think most coaches are more satisfied with their man-to-man offenses than they are with their zone offense. Therefore, going to zone defense could be a factor. The other thought that I started to realize as a high school coach was some years you'd have a bunch of really short guys, and then some years you'd look at a high school team, you had a lot of big guys sort of on the slow side without quickness and athleticism. A third thought that I had was, well, what do you use when you're in foul trouble and officials are calling a game very closely and you're getting guys in foul trouble, you're trying to protect a player or two? Is zone maybe a better possibility than man-to-man? So those are a few of the reasons that I started to experiment with zone defense. It was only later, as I used zone defense, that I realized that it does also control the tempo of the game. That zone defense will slow some opponents down. That some opponents will be running, all of a sudden they see the zone and they have to get organized, and there's some lag time. So it can have some strategic value in terms of doing that. And the other thing is, when you switch defenses from man-to-man to zone, that also can disrupt the opponent, can disrupt their tempo, can disrupt their game flow, cause them to make some strategic changes, go against